Alone on Mars, Elon Musk faces the unknown one. The beginning of the mission, a one-way journey. The sky over Cape Canaveral is painted in hues of orange and deep purple as the sun sets on the day of humanity's most ambitious mission. The towering SpaceX Starship gleams under the floodlights, its metallic surface reflecting the anticipation in the air. Engineers and scientists bustle around the launch pad, running final checks, their voices blending with the automated countdown. A camera zooms in on Elon Musk, standing at the base of the rocket. His expression is unreadable, part determination, part the weight of an impossible dream. He adjusts the cuff of his spacesuit and takes a deep breath. A voice in his earpiece crackles, final checks complete. It's time. As he ascends the long metal staircase toward the hatch, every step echoes. The world watches. Billions of eyes glued to their screens, witnessing history unfold in real time. He pauses at the entrance, looking up at the vast, endless sky. If not me, then who? He murmurs to himself before stepping inside. The hatch seals behind him with a final, resounding thud. Inside the cockpit, the control panels glow softly. Screens display trajectory data, engine status, and mission parameters. He straps himself into the pilot seat, running through the launch sequence. The voice of mission control fills the cabin. T-minus 60 seconds. Outside, the world holds its breath. T-minus 10, 9, 8, Elon grips the armrests, his heartbeat steady but strong. The engines ignite, a monstrous roar shaking the ground as the flames illuminate the night. The countdown reaches 0. The force presses him into his seat as the ship lifts off, breaking free from Earth's grip, ascending faster and faster. The screen cuts to a shot from orbit, Earth growing smaller, fading into the blackness of space. A voiceover echoes, he is going where no one has dared to go alone. One man. One mission. One mistake, and it's all over. As the rocket speeds toward the unknown, Elon watches the planet he calls home disappear behind him. He is alone now. Truly alone. The first unexpected challenge, system failure. Days pass in the vast silence of space. Inside the Starship, everything seems to be functioning as planned. The mission is on schedule, and the trajectory is aligned precisely with Mars' orbit. Elon moves through the narrow corridors of the spacecraft, checking diagnostics, reviewing calculations, and documenting his experience in short video logs. Day 4. Everything is stable. I'm starting to understand what true solitude feels like, he remarks into the camera. It's oddly peaceful. But peace in space never lasts. A sudden jolt. The ship trembles, and alarms blare. Red warning lights flash across the control panel. A glitch? A malfunction? Elon rushes to the main console. The screen fills with error messages: navigation system failure, automatic stabilization disabled, oxygen levels lower than projected. Elon clenches his jaw. Well, that's not good. Gripping the control stick, he manually steadies the ship. The artificial gravity flickers for a moment before stabilizing. He takes a deep breath and starts troubleshooting, his fingers moving swiftly over the keyboard. The navigation system has gone offline, leaving the ship vulnerable to drifting off course. If he doesn't fix it soon, he could end up stranded in deep space, light years away from Mars or Earth. He pulls out a diagnostic tablet and accesses the backup system. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with, he mutters. The screen updates: a malfunction in the secondary guidance module. Rebooting it is risky. If the system crashes entirely, he'll have to navigate manually for the rest of the journey. He hesitates for a moment before pressing the reset command. The lights flicker. The ship vibrates. Then, silence. Elon holds his breath. Slowly, the navigation screen reloads. A wave of relief washes over him as the autopilot re-engages. He exhales and runs a hand through his hair. Crisis averted. For now. But then he notices something else: oxygen levels are depleting faster than anticipated. Not dangerously low yet, but the calculations don't add up. Either there's a slow leak in the system, or the life support is malfunctioning. He flips on his camera. All right, update time. I was expecting a smooth ride, but space had other plans. Navigation glitched out, and now I'm using more oxygen than I should be. Not exactly the kind of adventure I was hoping for. But we don't give up. He looks out the small window beside him. The black void of space stretches infinitely, stars twinkling in the distance. We never give up. The gravity trap, a deadly decision. Elon watches the growing asteroid belt ahead, a chaotic dance of cosmic debris stretching across the vastness of space. His trajectory places him dangerously close to the gravitational pull of a massive rogue asteroid, a silent predator lurking in the dark. The warning systems scream their alert, unstable gravitational field detected. Imminent collision risk. His hands tighten around the control stick as the ship jerks violently, caught in the asteroid's shifting gravitational pull. He has seconds to decide: reroute around the belt, which would burn through a large portion of his remaining fuel, or push straight through, dodging obstacles at terrifying speeds. Think fast, Elon, he mutters, sweat forming on his brow. The ship trembles, the hull groaning under the conflicting gravitational forces. His mind races. If he goes around, he risks running out of fuel before reaching Mars. If he pushes through, a single miscalculation could end his journey in a catastrophic collision. His fingers hover over the thruster controls. A deep breath. A split-second decision. Straight through it is. He engages full throttle. The ship lunges forward, diving into the swirling storm of rock and ice. Alarms blare in a relentless cacophony as debris hurtles past, some pieces narrowly missing, others scraping against the reinforced hull, leaving deep scars. Come on, come on. Elon grits his teeth, weaving the starship between tumbling boulders, the cockpit a blur of flashing red warnings. A sudden impact, smaller debris clips the ship's left stabilizer. The vessel spirals for a heart-stopping moment before Elon regains control, hands moving with precision, instinct taking over. Every second feels stretched into eternity. Then, silence. The ship breaks free, soaring into open space, leaving the chaos behind. Elon exhales sharply, his pulse pounding in his ears. He scans the damage, minor structural fractures, a compromised stabilizer, but he's still flying. A weary grin spreads across his face. Well, that was fun. He leans back, staring at the crimson dot in the distance, Mars. Closer now. The real battle is yet to come. Underscore 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 catastrophe, a crash landing on Mars. Elon watches as the crimson planet grows larger in the viewport. His heart pounds. This is it, the moment humanity takes its first step toward becoming a multiplanetary species. Approaching entry point, he mutters, eyes darting between the flickering control screens. The system calculates the optimal descent trajectory, but something feels off. The ship trembles, subtle at first, then more violently. The warning alarms scream to descent module malfunction. Autopilot unresponsive. Not now, he growls, gripping the manual controls. Mars' thin atmosphere does little to slow him down. The ship plummets at blistering speed, its heat shield glowing white-hot. Elon wrestles with the controls, overriding the failed autopilot. His muscles strain against the force of deceleration. The ground rushes toward him. Deploy landing thrusters, he yells, hitting the emergency override. Silence. Then, bang. The ship jolts as one of the thrusters misfires, sending it into a deadly spiral. The Martian surface is no longer just a sight, it's an imminent impact. Elon grits his teeth and pulls the emergency stabilizers. The engines sputter, struggling to counteract the spin. The ship's altitude drops dangerously fast. 50 seconds to impact point. 30 seconds. A mountain range looms on the horizon. If he doesn't correct now, he'll crash into solid rock. He diverts all remaining power to the right thrusters, forcing the ship into a risky maneuver. The hull groans in protest. 10 seconds. A red desert fills the viewport. No time. 5. Brace for impact. 0. A deafening crash. The impact slams Elon into his seat. The world spins. Metal screeches. Dust engulfs everything, then, silence for a moment, nothing exists but darkness. The sound of his ragged breathing is the only sign of life. His suit's HUD flickers back on, displaying flashing red alerts, critical damage to hull. Oxygen levels compromised. Exit immediately, Elon groans, unbuckling himself. His body protests, pain radiating from his ribs. He grips the side of the cockpit, forcing himself up. The ship is tilted, half buried in the rust-colored sand. Smoke fills the cabin. He stumbles to the hatch, manually cranking the release lever. The door groans open. A gust of thin, freezing air rushes in. He steps out, boots sinking into the dust. The Martian sky looms above him, a dull, hazy orange. Wind howls through the empty landscape. His ship, his only way home, is a wreck. He exhales, staring at the endless, lifeless desert before him. I'm alive, he whispers, but for how long? Survival, the battle for oxygen. The Martian wind howls like a distant ghost, whipping up red dust that clings to Elon's visor. He stands motionless, taking in the desolation around him. The sky is a muted orange, thick with suspended particles, casting an eerie glow over the barren land. The ship, his only lifeline, lies half buried in the rust-colored sand, smoke still curling from the ruptured hull. His mind snaps into survival mode. Oxygen. Shelter. Supplies. His suit's HUD blin,